Workers who were rescued from working like slaves on Brazilian coffee farms have filed a lawsuit against global coffee company Starbucks for compensation. We are now delivering the shocking reality hidden behind a cup of coffee.
According to The Guardian, 8 Brazilian workers filed a civil lawsuit against Starbucks in the United States this week. With the help of the International Human Rights Association (IRA), they are demanding compensation for the forced labor, child labor, and human rights abuses they suffered. Their claims are shocking. They say they were essentially slaves on a coffee farm in Brazil. One of them, a pseudonymous man named John, started working on a coffee farm after a 16-hour bus ride. Just after his 16th birthday. However, the farm owner did not provide them with the agreed wages or even basic protective equipment. John had to work hard under the hot sun every day from 5:30 am until sunset, without boots or gloves, and only had a 20-minute lunch break. On top of that, he was not paid a single penny for his work. John and his colleagues were rescued in June of last year, when Brazilian authorities raided the farm. The report, written at the time, stated that John was forced into illegal child labor in dangerous conditions, and that the workers at the farm were victims of human trafficking, working in slave-like conditions. The heart of the case was that the farm had been supplying coffee beans to Starbucks. Starbucks charges about $6 for a cup of coffee. But if that coffee is harvested by child laborers and forced laborers, then it's beyond criminal, IRA President Terence Killingsworth said in a statement. The case also spurred international NGOs to action. The nonprofit organization Coffee Watch filed an official petition with U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) that same day, demanding that not only Starbucks, but also other major coffee companies, including Nestlé, McDonald's, and Dunkin', immediately stop importing coffee produced on forced labor farms in Brazil. Coffee Watch said, John's case is just the tip of the iceberg, and emphasized that many coffee farms in Brazil still exploit their labor, especially Afro-Brazilians. In fact, Brazil grew into the world's largest coffee producer in the 19th century by bringing hundreds of thousands of slaves from Africa to work on coffee farms. Slavery was officially abolished in 1888. But even today, the fact that about 2/3 of workers rescued from slave-like conditions are Afro-Brazilians shows the structural discrimination that still remains in this country. Also, when Brazilian farm owners are caught in labor crackdowns, they pay fines and are placed on the government's dirty list. But global companies such as Starbucks do not stop doing business with such farms, which is the core of the criticism. This lawsuit once again calls into question human rights issues in the global supply chain and corporate social responsibility. It's time for all of us to think about what price a cup of coffee is worth.
A cup of coffee. The reality behind it asks us, what kind of coffee are you drinking?